for being an instructor for homeschool families at masterbooksacademy.com. We love the fact that our students have access to physical education, even though they're homeschooled. Because of your courses, they can do this with their own family. If they're individual, if they have one student or 5 students, they can have them work together and very affordably do physical education and now strength training. So tell us a little bit about the course and why you did it for middle and high school students. And so we want to know why they need the course, but then what could happen if they don't choose to learn what you're teaching?
Well, sure. Thank you. As you already mentioned, we have the K through 8 PE courses. So this course is kind of a good kind of next step. PE kind of focuses more on skills, whereas this course is kind of a little more mature. So throughout my teaching and coaching career, I've done a lot of coaching. I coached track and field for 9 years, varsity track and field, baseball, swimming, basketball, cross country. So I started to notice trends throughout my career, especially with middle school and incoming freshmen. I noticed that middle schoolers and incoming freshmen or new freshmen rarely had experience in training, particularly in strength training in the weight room. Few students had like proper technique for basic exercises like squats and lunges, let alone an understanding for how the body works, the systems, and then all the different training methods. So I wanted to address all of those issues with this course and at least get that process started in middle school or high school. As you mentioned earlier, I think this course is ideal for the middle school, high school age range, for anyone who's wanting to get stronger, improve their fitness level, or just become more comfortable with working out. Sometimes it can be intimidating, especially if you're working out with someone who maybe is a little more experienced, you might shy away from that. So this course will kind of give you the tools and the resources to reach your goals. Without a course like this or proper understanding, students are at a higher risk of injury, whether that be from improper technique, getting hurt doing exercises, overtraining, kind of not knowing the limits, and workouts will kind of be less efficient. You could kind of waste a little time, spin some wheels. I like to think of it as shooting an arrow at a target while blindfolded. You might hit the bullseye, but you're probably going to miss. So if you don't have a proper understanding of strength and conditioning, you might have some success, but you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to get there. I wanted to provide a structure to help those students build their workouts and a program. You got to have a firm foundation, right? The biblical truth right there. But I also wanted to leave lots of space for students to be creative. Being creative with sports or exercise is one of my favorite things. As a teacher, I always love to provide opportunities for students to be themselves and create, because I think it's more rewarding in the end. So there's freedom built into the structure. That's how I like to think of it, because I'm personally a pretty structured person, but I also like freedom. So I think it's a good, healthy balance. How this course is laid out, there is one video lesson per week, and it's pretty short, 5 to 10 minute lesson. This is where I discuss the material that you can find in the lesson binder. The lesson binder is one of the documents that you have the option to print off or just open up every week. So I'll just kind of discuss that material, and then the material we discuss in the lesson, we will use to build our workout for that week. So we're going to talk about it, understand it, and then put it into practice. In the first semester, the first half of the course, we're going to learn about the nuts and bolts of strength and conditioning. So what do I mean by that? By nuts and bolts, it's kind of how the body works, how the different systems work, each individual system, how they work together. And then we're going to talk about how they can be trained. So we need to know about the different training methods. So we're going to talk about all of those things in the first semester, having specific workouts each week, all along the way. And then in the second semester, the student becomes the coach. We're going to take all of that knowledge, all of our experience from the first 18 weeks, and now you're becoming the coach. So in the second semester, each week, students are presented with a different sport or activity. And they must design a workout that's tailored to that particular activity.